Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay. So, continuing with Dakshinaamurthy Stotram. So, last class we studied Nana Chidra and Deham Pranamapi. So, 4th and 5th verses we studied. So, we can go on round and practice those verses. So, let's start. Let's do alphabetical this time. Binaji, go ahead.
Hari Om. Nana Chitra Kadodarasthita Mahadiva Prabhavaswaram Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuradikarana Dvara Bahispandade Jnana Janamiti Tameva Bam Tamanubhatye Tat Samastam Jagat Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayitam Shri Dakshinaamurthaye.
Yeah. Next one.
Next also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Deham pranamapi indriyanyapi chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu Stri balam tajadopamastvam tvahamiti Pramtam trisham vadinaha Maya shakti vilasa kalpita Mahavyamoha samharine Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamurthaye.
Yeah. So Bhranta Brisham Vadinaha. I hope you have it that way in your book also. Bhranta.
Bhranta Brisham.
Correct.
I said Brisham.
So the long words you just carefully break it if you have to. Okay. Him.
So both the ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nana Chitra Ghatodar Sthita Mahadip Prabhabhaswaram Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuradikarana Dvara Bahispandate Janamiti Tameva Bhantam Anubhatyetat Samastam Jagat Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinaamurthaye. Deham pranamapi indriyanyapi chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu Stri balantha jadopamastu ahammiti Bhranta bhrisham vadinaha Maya shakti vilasa kalpita Mahavyamo hasan samharine Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinaamurthaye.
Yeah, good. Prasad, go ahead.
नानाचित्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तम् अनुभात्येतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियानपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्तवहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहा व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये.
Yeah. So a couple of you have difficulty with that. Stri balanda jadopamastvahamiti. So there are 3 consonants in a line. Mastvaham. So you can practice that. Mastvaham, mastvaham, like that you practice. Then Stri balanda jadopamastvahamiti will come automatically. If you have to split it, you can say Stri balanda jadopamastu ahamiti bhranta vrisham vadinaha. So ahamiti you can separate it out if you want to. Stri balanda jadopamastu ahamiti bhranta vrisham vadinaha. That is one way to make it easier for you. Once you keep chanting it, it will become.
So balanda jadopamastvahamiti.
Mastvaham. Correct.
Yeah.
Mastvaham. Mastvaham. Yeah. Okay. Tripuniti, go ahead.
नानाचित्रगडोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिः स्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तम् अनुभात्ये तत्स्मरतं जगत्
Etat samastam.
भान्त अनुभात्ये तत्समस्तं जगत् भान्तम् अनुभात्ये तत्समस्तं जगत्. Did I say correct?
That's correct.
जानामीति तमेव भान्तम् अनुभात्ये तत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये.
So the bahispandate. So bahihi spandate. If you split the words, if you don't split it, if you say it together, you can say bahispandate.
Okay.
Bahispandate together. You don't have to say bahihi spandate. Go ahead.
देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्
अंधकार बोलते हैं ना, श्री बालांध अंध.
स्त्रीबालान्तजडोपमस्त्वमहमिति स्त्रीबालान्तजडोपमास्त्वमहमिति.
So yeah, you can split it. Stri balanda jadopamastu ahamiti.
स्त्रीबालान्तजटोपमास्त्वमहमिति.
Twamaham. You're saying twamaham. It is twahamiti.
Yeah.
Twahamiti.
स्त्रीबालान्तजटोपमास्त्वमहमिति.
Tvam. You're saying tvam there by mistake. So it is not tvam. There is no tvam there at all. So there is only twaham. So mastu, you can split it like this. Stri balantha jadopamastu ahamiti bhranta vrisham vadinaha.
स्त्रीबालान्तजटोपमास्तु अगमिति भ्रान्ता भृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पित महाव्योमोहसंहारिणे
One more. Tasmai Shri.
तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये
Good. Swapna.
नानाच्छिद्रघटोत्तरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिः स्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येत् तत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः
Jadopamastu.
जडोपमास्तु
Ahamiti.
अहमेति भ्रान्ता भृशं वादिनः व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये.
Yeah, that's good. So not bad. I think everybody has practiced it reasonably well. So just a couple of those long, very long portions which need a little bit of practice. That's all. Yeah, you're welcome to split it. So don't, if you're having difficulty 2 or 3 times, then feel free to split it. Nothing wrong in splitting. Splitting properly, as long as you split properly, it's good. So, Stri Balandha Jadopamastu Ahamiti Bhranta Brishamvadinaha. So, you can say that until you get used to it, then you can slowly join it. So who wants to say or read the meaning of these 2 verses? Yeah, go ahead.
The first one, Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram. When a brilliant lamp is placed in an inverted pot having many holes, the light pours out through these holes. Jnanam yasya, okay, that is for Jnanam yasya tu chakshuradi karana dwara bahya spandate. In Janami iti tameva bhantam anubhatyetat samastam jagata. So in the same way, awareness of Brahma is spilling out of the individual. That awareness is the witness of all things in the world that shines after the Atma. And then Tasmai Shri Guru Murte Namadam Shri Dakshinamurti. So my salutations to Dakshinamurti, who is in the form of my Guru.
Very nice.
Then Deham Pranam Api Indriyanyapi Chalam Buddhim Cha Shunyam Viduhu. There are many people who vehemently argue that Atma is the body or is the prana, the organs of action and the sense organs. Or the flickering mind or consciousness and nothingness. Stri balandhaja jado pamastuamham iti bhranta bhrisham vadinaha. So they are all mistaken, like people focused on their bodies, children, or blind or dull persons. So, Maya, just a minute. So Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Mahavyamo Samharine. My salutations. Okay, Tasmai Shri Guru Murte Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurthy. So my salutations to that Lord Dakshinamurthy who has taken the form of my teacher, and also who is the Atma of every being and who destroys the delusion caused by the play of the power of Maya.
Maya. Very good. Good. So this stotram clearly so every stotram is in praise of something, somebody, is some devata, no doubt. We chant so many, and in praise of devata, and it has some phalam, some benefit is there. Benefit punyam is there, and may I be free from disease. May I Saraswati Namastubhyam. We start the class with a prayer. So therefore, what to talk about all these prayers? There's so much to talk, so much to gain from these prayers. But here, if you look at it, what is the phalam? If you say, it's none of those results which we get by chanting the other stotras. It is talking directly about the nature of Atma, and so it is the removal of ignorance, which is what has bound me, is what Shankara is saying. So very interesting verse. So we can, the beauty of learning this Dakshinaamurthy Stotram is we are not used to Vedanta. At least we get exposed to studying this kind of a stotram. This kind of a vision is there in our culture. Only this culture has this kind of a vision. And so we get exposed to that. Okay, so we will now study the 6th verse. Okay, so let me chant it. Rahugrasta divakarendu sadrushaha maya samachhadanat sanmatrah karanopasamharanataha yo bhut sushuptah puman pragaswapsamiti prabodha samaye yah pratyabhijñāyate tasmai shri guru murtaye namayidam shri dakshinamurtaye. So in the previous verse, means so deham pranam apindriyanya pichalam buddhi. So there Shankara took the opportunity to contrast the Vedantic vision with all the other people who, in his opinion, do not understand. We're all confused. Like that, he said, Deham. Somebody says, I am the body. I am only the body. How can I be more than the body? So very obvious, this is the majority. And this is, even a child will tell you the same thing. I am the body. Therefore, he also said Bala, etc. Now, so it's very easy to refute all these people. One who says, I am the body, right there you say, you give all these examples and they can see that, I am not the body, I'm the mind. So like that person will change his or her opinion. Now, there is something called Prathama Malla Nyaya. So some champ is there. So let's say a chess champion or somebody these days, Indians are also coming on the world stage and winning prizes and all that. And so a lot of excitement is there. And our government is encouraging such kind of activities, and Modi personally congratulates them. So it's a matter of pride for Indians. So, our Anand is somebody I remember from my young days. Chess used to be big. These days, I don't know who the champ is. But I won't be surprised if an Indian is a champ. Now, let's say there is this chess world's number one. Next year comes. Now, in order that person has to prove that he's world's number one. He can't. The previous year's title can only has to be earned again. Correct? Can't be. You were a previous year's champ. That title you have, but not this year's champ. This year's champ competitions are going on. Let's wait and see. Now, for him or her to be a champ again, world champ is what? He is the one, she is the one who is playing better than everybody else in this world. Correct? Everybody else in this world. So does this person have to play with 7 billion people and then say, yes, therefore I am number one? Is that how it works? No, it doesn't have to be like that. So you just play with the people who the society thinks, the community thinks are the greatest players, and who are themselves come forward and challenge also. Hey, I want to challenge you. Like that, they come forward also. So you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to sit, and then the other people challenge you. So that person, Prathama Mallaha, champion wrestler, in this case, wrestler, they use the example of wrestler. Prathama Mallaha means wrestler. So that Prathama Mallaha has to only fight with a few top people. That's it. And if he wins these 10 or 15 people, then he's considered a winner. That's all. So here also, Shankaracharya is using this Prathama Malla Nyaya. So trying to refute all these people. Is I am body, I am senses, I am mind and all. They're all chota, nothing. It's all like popcorn, eating popcorn, nothing. Then there is this Shunyavadi. Buddhim, Chalam Buddhim cha Shunyam Viduhu. That Shunyavadi is a guy who's gone a bit too far, and we need to take care of this person. So Shankara dedicates a whole verse to this person. Rahu Grasta Divakaren Dasarusho is just dedicated to this Shunyavadi. So you can say roughly Buddhist. And sometimes Swamiji would say, we don't know if Buddha said this or not, but the Buddhists seem to say that Buddha said this. That is how Swamiji presents it sometimes. So let's see what Shankaracharya says. So we will break this verse. So he's talking about, what is he going to talk about? He's going to talk about this Atma, which is as though covered by ignorance. That's what he will finally say. What does the Shunyavadi say? The Shunyavadi says that finally I am Shunya. I am emptiness. I am nothingness. I am void. This is what he is going to say. He says. And with what evidence does he have to say that? He says it's very obvious. Are you awake now? Yes, I am awake now. Okay, you go to sleep? Yes, I do go to sleep. Do you dream? Yes, I do dream also. So you are there in waking state. You're there in sleep state. But in dream, you're not there. In dream you're there. In waking state, you're there. But in deep sleep, you're not there. Nothing is there. Body is breathing okay, but you're not there. This is his argument. Atma is not there. Consciousness is not there. If consciousness were there, you will say I was there and I knew every second of it. Like that you will say. But you wake up and say, I don't know anything. I don't remember anything. Nothing happened. I had a good sleep also, you say. But I don't remember anything, you say. Therefore, you don't exist. This is the logic. Now, so if you look at this second line, karanopsamharanatah yaha sushuptah puman abhut. Yaha sushuptah puman abhut. So yaha saha, that person. There is a person who is sleeping. Okay. Saha abhut. So I'm splitting these things for you. Karanopasamharanataha is one word. Yaha is the other word. Abhut is the other word. Abhut means became. Then sushuptaha, a person who is sleeping deeply, a person who is in the deep sleep state. Puman means person. Yaha puman, that person who is in a deep sleep state. And what kind of person he is? Karanopasamharanataha. Samharana means upasamhara. So just collapse. Pralaya, like just everything. Previously it was all functioning. Now nothing functions. Upasamharanam has happened. Complete collapse. Collapse of what? Karanaha. Karanani. So indriyani, all sense organs, they stop functioning. When I'm in deep sleep, nothing functions. So Karanopasamharanam has happened to this person, to this puman, to this person. All this, by the collapse of all these functions, including the mind, Karana, you must add the mind also, Antakaranam, all collapsed. It has become. Now, like what? So like this is the example he gives. This is the imagery he gives. This is the metaphor he gives. And he gives you another metaphor. And Rahu grasta divakarendu sadrisha. Sadrisha in Sanskrit means like. Like. So if I like something, he's going to say what that something is. But something sadrisha means like that something. Like Rahu grasta divakarendu. Like Rahu grasta divakarendu. So Divakara and Indu. Divakaraha, sun. Indu, moon. Chandrama, Chandramas, Chandramaha, right? So those two. Like the sun and the moon. Unlike what kind of sun and the moon? So in our tradition, this is popular. They talk about this shadow graha. Planet is an English word, but it's called graha in our Navagraha. Rahu is one of the grahas, and Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu are presented as a snake. The head of the snake is Rahu, and the tail of the snake is Ketu. And they talk about this Rahu and Ketu coming and swallowing the sun and the moon. Sun or the moon. And then later on spitting it out like that. There is some imagery they talk about. And the amazing thing is, long before the science has talked about these eclipses and things like that, our people have been predicting eclipses for a long time. And Aryabhatta and Varaha Mihira have written formulas also. They have written formulas which precisely predict when an eclipse is going to occur. And these days, of course, our Panchangam, every year they come up with Panchang. So Dakshin Panchang is there, Uttar Panchang is there. There are some differences. But as far as the eclipse is concerned, the predictions are clear and good. And they don't use all this internet software, and they don't use all that. They have a unique way of figuring it out. And so this is an age-old thing for us. And so they say this Rahu imagery is given. Rahu and Ketu, which cover up the sun and the moon. So you have solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. So he is giving that example here. Rahu grasta divakarendu sadrisha. Like grasta means grabbed. You look at the word grasp. It looks like grasp comes from this grasta. See, like gras, G-R-A-S. Look at that. So grasp, as though this planet Rahu grasps the sun by its hood. Like that is the example he's saying. Sadrishaha. What happened? This Sanmatraha is there, Atma. Sanmatraha, Satyam Matraha. Absolute existence is there. But that existence is as though covered by Maya. Maya's capacity to cover. Maya Samachadana. Achadana means covering. Putting a veil in front of the face, what happens? You can't see anything. And in the night, we want to put, in fact, we do put a blanket on top of our head also, so that we are comfortable. So like that, Maya Samachadanat, this Sanmatraha is Achedyaha. Achedya, covered. And when Rahu cannot really cover the sun. Sun may be covered from me, the onlooker, fine. But the sun's brilliance is always there. Rahu doesn't take away the brilliance of the sun from anybody. Nobody can take the brilliance out. That is the point Shankaracharya is making. The Sanmatraha, because Sanmatraha, Atma, nobody can take the brilliance away from Atma. How is that? Why he says, he gives in the third line. Third line is explaining. So, Yaha, once again the word Yaha is there. That person, the one who Pratyabhijñāyate. Pratyabhijñā means recollection. The one who recollects. Recollects. And recollects what? Recollects at when? Prabodha Samaye. Prabodha Samaye means at the time of waking up. Means when that person wakes up in the morning or whenever after that sleep is over, the person wakes up. And it can be a nap also, right? Can be sometimes a 15-minute nap does wonders for us. We wake up and say, my God, I'm so fresh. Like that we say. And I think in China and all, I've heard they actually, many companies, they allow for this 15-minute and 20-minute naps. And because it really freshens up the people. And so they said, why not? Let our employees be more productive. If you can sacrifice 15 minutes and gain some efficiency, that's much better. Like that, they do there. So, Prabodha Samaye, what happens? What does that person recollect? Prag Aswapsam Iti. Iti means quotation. You have to put that Prag Aswapsam in quotation mark. Aswapsam is a word which means I slept. I slept. Prag Aswapsam. I slept. You must put it within brackets. You must say, I slept well. I slept well. I slept means I slept well. Otherwise, nobody says I slept. Suppose one has a disturbed sleep. Will somebody come and say, I slept? They won't say. I had a disturbed sleep. And while saying itself, it is very sad. Oh, I did not sleep well. I don't know. I was tossing and turning and all dreams, this, that. Something like that. They will not say, I slept. A statement you can't hear. The question can be there. Did you sleep? No, I did not sleep. I wish I could have slept better. So, Prag Aswapsam, before, means before I woke up, I slept well. Like that, that person says, recollects. And look at this. And how can he say that if he did not exist? How do you know? You did not exist. So how can you say, I slept well? You did not exist, according to the Shunyavadi. So you can't say that. So, see, the judge is there and this person is there. There's a case going on. And some murder case is there and the witness has come and this particular witness is being questioned. And then the questioner asks him, so you say in that middle of the night, and did you see anybody? No, I did not see anybody. What middle of the night it was? It was 2 o'clock in the morning. So nobody was there? Yes, nobody was there on the street. You mean nobody was there on the street? Yes, nobody was there on the street. But were you there on the street or not? Yeah, I was there on the street. Then how come you say nobody was there on the street? You were there, is it not? Yeah, I was there. Of course I was there. I said, I meant nobody else was there on the street other than me. Okay. Nobody else other than you was there in the street at 2 a.m. in the morning in this particular street. Okay, I just want to make it clear. That's all he says. This prosecution and this and that, very interesting the way they make arguments. And some good things we learn from that, right? Proper logic they use and things like that. So, other than you, nobody else was there. That is important. Here, that whole Vedanta hinges on this only. So like the another example they gave is a dark cave. And they give a dark cave example. So, you go into a pitch dark cave. And inside the cave, the beauty is there is no sunshine at all. And unless there is some light somewhere, you can't see anything. Pitch dark. Because these days in cities and all, it's hard to find a pitch dark place. Even in the night, there is light all over and moonlight is there, windows are there, everything. So generally in the darkness of the night at home, we can generally manage. If you have some reasonably okay eyesight, we can manage. And you can, because there's some little bit of light is there. But in the cave, it's pitch dark. Unless you burn a match light or turn on a flashlight, you can't see anything. There, you say it is pitch dark. How do you know it is pitch dark? When it is dark, how do you know it is pitch dark? Yeah, I can see it is pitch dark. You can see it is pitch dark. Good point. So you are able to see something. But it's pitch dark. What do you see? Nothing. I see nothing. I'm unable to see anything. Like that. Like that example is also given to say that, hey, you do exist. You do exist. But look at this example. I like this. Suppose there is a man or a person who has been blind all along. From childhood, the person has been blind. That person cannot distinguish brightness from darkness, light from darkness, correct? Amazing. What a life that is, right? They can't see. They don't know. If you tell them, is it bright? You can't. There are certain conversations you can't have with them. And color and all these forms, nothing available. Now, that person, therefore, the example here is like this. A blind person cannot distinguish between darkness and light. Likewise, if Atma, the self-conscious Atma, shining Atma is not there, then you can't say, I slept well and this is dark and all that. You can't say. That is the example. That is only the purpose of the example. So that shining consciousness, self-luminous consciousness has to be there in order to make any statement in order to say I was this, I was that, I am ignorant, I am null and void. Even to say I am null and void, hey, you are there to say you're null and void. You must celebrate this. That's what we say. You're very much there. And so nothing to be sad about. You're not null and void. We will see if you're null and void or not. Like that we will say. So let's look at this. So pragaswapsamiti prabodha samaye yaha pratyabhignayate. So tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. And bold statement. Okay, so far you're talking about me and my brilliance, Atma and all you're talking about, and suddenly Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye. Hey, that Atma is nothing but Ishvara, no difference. And that Guru that you say, that you salute, is also, that Guru's Atma also is that same Sanmatraha. In the second line, Sanmatraha, that same Sanmatraha. Dakshinaamurthy doesn't come with a different Sanmatra. Same thing. And Guru also same Sanmatraha. Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinaamurtaye. So in this verse, Shankaracharya is using the deep sleep example, which is used by the Shunyavadi. Same example used by the Shunyavadi is being reused to say that Atma cannot be non-existent. The existence must always be there, even to make a statement that Atma is void. That is what is being said in this verse. So let's break it up and see how we can translate this. So the Sanmatraha, which is existence absolute. Sanmatra, you can even say Atma. The Atma, you can add that word Atma. The Atma, which is existence absolute, namely Sanmatraha, is covered by Maya. Maya Samachadanat. Like even the sun or the moon is covered by Rahu during the eclipse. Atma, which is existence absolute, is covered by Maya, like even the sun or the moon is covered by Rahu during an eclipse or during the eclipse. This Purushaha, Puman, has withdrawn all the senses and went into deep sleep. This Purusha has withdrawn all the senses and went into deep sleep. Full stop. The person wakes up. This Purusha wakes up again and remembers or recollects, I slept all along, or I slept well all along. Either way is okay. Slept also is fine. The person wakes up again and remembers, I slept all along, all this while. This Purusha is indeed the same as Lord Dakshinamurthy, who has taken the form or incarnation of the teacher. This Purusha, this person, is indeed the same as Lord Dakshinamurthy, who has taken the incarnation of the teacher. My salutations to that Lord, to that Ishvara. A different way of saying it, breaking it into several sentences. So, to put it differently, the person goes into deep sleep, and during that time all the senses and mental functions are completely withdrawn, collapsed, just like the eclipse situation, just like Rahu apparently covers the sun and the moon during an eclipse. And so also it appears like Atma is completely covered by Maya. So I just translated the first two lines, starting backward, going backward to the front. This person, though, when the person wakes up, says, I slept well, I slept all along. And therefore, that Atma must exist, and existence must be the nature of Atma, and that Atma cannot be different from Ishvara's Atma, Dakshinaamurthy's Atma, Guru's Atma, and therefore my salutations to that Dakshinaamurthy who has taken the form of my Guru. Correct? So Mahavakyam is there, implied in this Mahavakyam. So let us chant this once. Do you want me to repeat anything here? Okay, good. Rahugrasta Divakarendu Sadrushaha Maya Samachhadanat Sanmatrah Karanopasam Aranataha Yo Bhut Sushuptah Puman Pragaswapsamiti Prabodha Samaye Yaf Pratyabhijñāyate Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamurtaye. So one of you can unmute yourself. Did anybody? Yeah, Prasad, go ahead. So let's do this, Prasad. Let everybody repeat after me, and then and Prasad, you can remain unmuted. Rahugrasta Divakarendu Sadrushaha Maya Samachhadanat Sanmatraha Karanopasamharanataha Yo Bhut Sushuptah Puman Pragaswapsamiti Prabodha Samaye Yaf Pratyabhijñāyate. Go ahead, say the next one.
The whole thing?
No, Tasmai.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Sri Dakshinaamurtaye.
Okay, say the whole thing now.
Rahugrasta Divakarendu Sadrushaha Maya Samachhadanat Sanmatraha Karanopasamharanataha Yo Bhustu Shuktapuman Pragaswapsamiti Prabodha Samaye Yah Pratyabhijñāyate Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Sri Dakshinaamurtaye.
Yeah. So you can say Sadrishaha or you can say Sadrisho also, especially if you are chanting continuously. If you are going to give a pause after Sadrishaha, then you can say Sadrishaha. That is fine. So you have the option there depending on how you are chanting. Okay. So who else? Hain, go ahead.
राहुग्रस्त दिवाकरेन्दु सदृशः माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्र करणोपसंहरणतः यो भूत् सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्राक् स्वाप्समिति प्रबोध समये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये.
Good. Okay. Swapna, go ahead.
सदृशः माया समाच्छादनात् तन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतः यो भूत् सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये.
Yeah, that's good. Rukmini ji, go ahead.
राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दु सदृशः माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतः यो भूतः सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये.
Yeah, so yo bhoot sushuptah. Yo bhoot.
यो भूत् सुषुप्तः पुमान्.
Yeah, I heard it as yo bhoota sushupta.
यो भूत् सुषुप्तः पुमान्.
Yeah, that's good. Veena ji, go ahead.
राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दु सदृशः माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतः यो भूत्सुप्तः पुमान् पुमान्
Sushuptah. Say sushuptah.
यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान्
Sushuptah. Say sushuptah.
सुषुप्तः
Sushuptah puman.
सुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये.
Yeah, that's good. Harprasad.
Dear Kumar, I do not have the words.
Oh, okay.
Please make it.
Okay. So I didn't hear the last sentence.
Please permit me to speak.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Anybody else? Did I leave out? Okay, good. Yeah, so everybody is chanting fine. Just a little practice is needed. Okay, so this verse refutes the Shunyavadi. That is the main thing. Now let's spend a few minutes on the, perhaps we can make a beginning here. So the 7th verse. So here the Shankaracharya is helping us. Is helping us in able to see this, appreciate this Atma, to make that inquiry, to say that I am not the body. We must have some viveka. So he is highlighting that in this verse. So you can guess few words are already there. Balya, Dishwapi, Ityadi. So let's chant that once. Then we'll see. Balya, Dishwapi, Jagradadishu tatha, Sarvasvavasthasvapi, Vyavrittasvanuvardhamanamahamityanta sada. Swatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam yo bhadraya mudraya tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye namayidam Shri Dakshinaamurthaye. So interesting. Here, when I read, it was Bhadraya Mudraya. I'm used to chanting Mudraya Bhadraya.
Mudraya Bhadraya.
Yeah, it says Mudraya. Okay. I'm looking at a book where Swami Tattvidarandaji's book. It says Bhadraya Mudraya. So I would rather say Mudraya Bhadraya. Let's leave it like that. That's what I'm also used to. Okay. So here also some long words are all there. So in the previous example, we must note one more thing that I forgot to mention. Suppose Atma was not there during deep sleep. Okay? Suppose they're not there. Means I became emptiness. I am emptiness, but I didn't exist during that deep sleep. Now, when I wake up, I went to sleep as Jayakumar. When I wake up, I can be Vikram. Why I can't be Vikram? What is the logic that says when I wake up, I should be the same person with the same memories and I remember my name and this and that. My history remains the same. I seem to behave like I used to behave yesterday. Everything is there. Continuity is there. How can you have continuity on a foundation of emptiness? Correct? Something must be there to hold all this, to continue this whole memory and the past and present and future, and there's some continuity has to be there. Otherwise, every morning we have to learn something. All our name, this, that, somebody has to come and tell us and this and that. Hey, wait. When you sleep, I will not sleep. So when you wake up, I will remind you who you are. And then after that, I'll go to sleep. Then when I wake up, you remind me who I am. So this should happen. Fortunately, we don't need to worry about all that. So just a point that is mentioned, and Swami Tattvidarandaji just mentioned it. And so again here he is helping us see that when things are changing in this world, whenever there is change, and when you see that change, you cannot be that change. That is what is presenting in many words here. So let's see. See, Balyadi. These are the words we must pick up. Balyadi. Adi means etc. By now you know. And Balyadi. So childhood, etc. Jagradadishu. So let's take it one at a time. Balyadi. See, we in our life, we lead our life, and then we talk about our childhood, we talk about our college times. Everybody seems to like the past. Oh, those were great days, they say. Those were great days. Why those were great days? Because, you look at this person going to college, and that person thinks that he or she has the world in his or her pocket. And everything is figured out. I know everything. And so carefree and everything is there. And these professors don't know anything. Parents, of course, they're all stupid. They're all in old fashioned. And I don't know. No, only God can save my parents. These kinds of ideas people have. Is it not? So past. So I am here to talk about my past, my childhood. So alumni meet is there. Everybody loves alumni meets because all past comes. Really speaking, all senior citizens are meeting, but they talk about the past because it's very good to talk about the past and feel good. So that alumni that's why these alumni associations, they all thrive. I found that they thrive wherever they are. It doesn't matter whether the university is good or not good and all that. The minute they start an alumni association, money comes, money just comes. And money comes. Why money comes? Because I feel good. It reminds me of my past, my great friends, my great life I had in my hostels and this and that, and all the trips we went to and all the classes we bunked. All this comes to me, and therefore I give money to the association. So what? Look at this. Why I said this? This past is there, but are you the past or what? Are you a teenager now? No, I'm not a teenager. Then what? Who are you? Are you a young man? Are you youth? Are you a middle-aged person? No, I'm not a middle-aged person. Then what? Are you a senior citizen now? Yes, they say I'm a senior citizen. Hey, if you are a senior citizen, how you were a young person before? No, my body has changed. Good statement. My body has changed. That's it. You said it. My body has changed. Good. So my body has changed. See, when you say my body, how can you be the body? He said my body, my pen. I'm holding my book in my hand. I say my book. And then I'll keep my book back on the table. My book. So my book means I am not the book. Very obvious. So how come you say I am senior citizen, I am middle-aged, I am graying hair, and this and that? You can't say all that. My body. Good. Keep my body. That is great. My body is the right statement. And when you say my body, you can't say I am the body. And I can't take on the attributes of my body on myself. Body ages, body has all these problems, pida and all comes and goes, everything is there. But I am not that body. So this is what Balya Deshu Api means. Even in all these stages of life where I keep growing from a young baby to an old person, it is obvious to see that I am none of those. I am none of those stages of my life. That is what is being said in just one word, Balya Deshu Api. You must see yourself as not the baby, not the youth, young man, young woman. I am not the old person, etc. Okay. Now look. So interesting. See, so much can be said here. This body, very interesting. The idli is there on the table. Okay, breakfast time, no? In southern India, Tamil Nadu and all, we can expect idli, dosa and all. These things we can accept. In America, it may be difficult to expect because we have to make our own idli, we have to make our own dosa. But here somehow, if you can't make, you can even get things done. So, the idli dosa. So idli is there outside. After lunchtime comes, okay, 12 o'clock. And I say, I am going to have lunch. Okay. Now, where is the idli? Idli is there in the stomach and is probably got digested also. Okay. Now what? Idli has become me. That I includes idli also. That idli, which was not me, which was out there on the table, and there's no confusion between me and idli, and now the idli has become part of me. So every day something non-me becomes part of me. Is that what I should assume? Yeah, you should assume. So idli becomes part of my body, all right. Therefore, the body and the idli are really not that different. Body and idli can interact. One can consume the other, and things happen. Therefore, if I am not the idli, then how can I be my body? Because body has idli, sambar, dosa and all, it has eaten for the last 50, 60, 70, 80 years. And this body is a product of all I've eaten. And so what? How can I confuse myself to be this idli? You're not idli. You're better than idli, my dear. And you're a lot more than idli. That is what we should get from this analysis. And Swamiji gives another example. See, I modified Swamiji's example a little bit. See, in Switzerland, blood, people donate blood everywhere. One can go and donate your blood because healthy people have to donate blood so that patients, when they need blood, can get it. So people donate blood. In Switzerland, what they do, after they give your blood to somebody else, somewhere in some hospital, we don't know, they also give the name and address and the phone number of the person who donated the blood to the patient. And if the patient wants to, if they get better and all, they can contact the donor and thank him or her, whatever. Okay. So look at this. The blood is me. And now what happens? After some time, some donor calls, some patient comes and calls the donor and says, hey, you know what? Thank you for donating your blood. A part of you is now a part of me. A part of you is a part of me, he says. And that fellow is confused a little bit. Yeah, I thank you. I appreciate you thanking me for the donation. Yeah, that's my blood only. But a part of you is a part of me now. That's a bit difficult to digest. And I don't want to get so close to you and all that. Let's be friends, all right. But part of you is a part of me and all is a bit scary. And so Swamiji gave the blood example. I added all the Switzerland and all that because really speaking, Switzerland, I don't know if this is there in Switzerland. This is just something I made up because it is believable. These things are believable. Countries can do that. Very plausible, right? You just give the name out. And sometimes anonymity is better. But advanced countries do many things, certain ideas they get. So look at this. The blood, which is so much a part of me, without the blood, I am nobody. And then suddenly I give the blood and it's gone into somebody else's body. That means what? How can I be the blood? So these examples are good to appreciate that Atma Tattvam. And so I thought I will share that example with all of you. I felt it to be a little very revealing as well. So, Balyadishu api. In all these various stages of life, I can see that when the body is changing, I am somebody that cannot change because I am observing all these changes. I talk about my young age, I talk about my middle age and youth, and I talk about all the wonderful things I did, and that I is not any of those things. I am that Atma, conscious being. Okay. Then he gives another example. Another word he says, Jagradadishu. Jagradadishu. The Jagrad, already recognized. Avasthatrayeshu. Avasthatraye. So, okay, this first example is in our entire life. But the second example is with respect to a given day in our life. In a given day. Take just one day also. It says, hey, you are awake, you are sleeping, and you are also dreaming. These are the only three states possible for a human being. And even you are observing these three states, therefore you cannot be any of those states. Because you are the one who says I am awake, you are the one who says I slept, you are the one who says I dreamt. This I is not the dream, this I is not the waker, this I is not the sleeper. This I is different from that, any of those states. Jagradadishu tatha. And sarvasu avasthasu api. Sarvasu avasthasu api. So like that, many different, all kinds of avasthas. Any situation you say, I was here, I was there, I went to this trip, and I went to a camping trip, or I went here, I went to a marriage, I attended this, I had a traumatic experience, I suffered, I was in an accident. Whatever you say, all these avasthas, these are all called avasthas. Any situation is an avastha. In Tamil, the avastha, I wonder, avastha means this struggle, trauma, suffering, I don't know, Hindi mein, I don't know, do they say that? Avastha?
Yeah, it's a common word, avastha.
So avastha, what meaning of that is?
Uh,
In Hindi?
Avastha is a condition. The condition.
Condition doesn't necessarily mean a bad condition or something, right?
No. It doesn't mean.
No, in Kannada, it is a bad condition.
Bad condition.
Yeah.
So I suppose avastha generally, of course, is not qualified. It's a condition, situation. But it has that in Tamil, at least, it is used more often for a avastha. Avastha means there's a struggle, an undesirable struggle. So, but here avastha, so all kinds of situations. Rukminiji, correct, no? You've heard of avastha in any other context?
Avasthana, it is more of problems. Enna avasthe idu?
Avastha, problem.
Musibat.
Musibat, that's all it is, musibat.
In Telugu also the same thing. Avastha is like refers to some problem.
That was the problem only, correct.
Context with respect to problem.
Correct.
But in Hindi, is avastha mein kya karoge? Avastha is a situation. In
Avastha.
Hindi, it's a more a situation, but in Tamil, it's a condition. Enna avasthe idu?
So that means in Hindi that it preserves the original meaning of the word avastha.
Yeah, situation.
Situation.
इस अवस्था में आप क्या करोगे? In this condition, what will you do, like that?
Correct. So it's 8 o'clock now. So let's. So we have introduced this verse. So sarvasu avasthasu api. So in all these situations, Shankara will explain later. What about all these situations? He has described the situations like balyadishu. The shu, it comes at the end in Sanskrit. Shu means saptami, in all the stages of life like youth or balya, like childhood, in all the states of experience like waking state, jagradadishu, and then sarvasu avasthasu api. In all other kinds of situations you might claim are important to you or not important to you, all those conditions. And he will say, Atma is always there, it's always shining. Like that, he will say, Spurantam Sada. Like that, he's going to say, which we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.